2026 is being called the most insane year in anime history. But here's the problem. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, Frieren Season 2, Oshinoko Season 3, ReZero Season 4, and about 17 other massive sequels are all dropping in the same 12 months. It's a war zone. So for a new anime to even get noticed, it can't just be good. It has to be an event. And somehow, against all odds, 2026's rookie class might be the strongest we've ever seen. I'm talking award-winning manga, legendary creators coming out of retirement, and one series that literally memed its way to the top of the industry. Stick around, because number 1 on this list became the most anticipated anime of the year before it was even officially announced. And if you want to make sure you don't miss any of these absolute bangers when they drop, hit that subscribe button now, because we're your early warning system for everything anime. Let's get into it. Kicking off our list at number 10, we have The Casebook of Arne, a gothic vampire detective series that's basically what you'd get if Sherlock Holmes was immortal and significantly more bitey. The story follows Arne Neuntoter, a vampire detective, and Lynn Reinweiss, a noble's daughter with a concerning fascination with vampires. We've all got that one friend. As they solve murder mysteries in the supernatural city of Lugenberg. Now, let's be real. This isn't making the list because of overwhelming hype. The source material is a 2017 adventure game that most people have never heard of. But, and this is important, it's got a confirmed January 6th premiere date, and it's already been picked up by Crunchyroll. In the absolute bloodbath that is 2026's anime schedule, streaming platforms need reliable content to fill the gaps between the juggernauts. Think of this as your comfort food anime, a solid mystery series with a supernatural aesthetic that you can depend on for weekly entertainment. Silverlink is handling production, and while they're not going to reinvent animation, they know how to deliver a watchable show. Is it going to break the internet? Probably not. But sometimes you don't need a revolution. Sometimes you just need a vampire detective solving crimes while looking fabulous. And honestly, that's enough. At number 9, we have Always a Catch, or as it's known in Japanese, a title so long I'd run out of breath saying it, so we're sticking with the English. Here's the premise. Maria Anavazzi is a duke's daughter who's been trained in martial arts her whole life. She loses her inheritance when her baby brother is born. Primogeniture is brutal, folks, and gets thrown into the marriage market. When a foreign prince accidentally cancels an engagement she didn't even know about, he witnesses her absolutely demolishing a gang of bandits with her bare hands. His response? Immediate marriage proposal. Because he's, and I quote, into that. My guy has excellent taste. This is arriving at the perfect time. The fantasy romance genre has been dominated by villainess stories for years, but the combat-ready noblewoman subgenre is having a moment, and Always a Catch is leading the charge with over 1 million copies in circulation. Troika is handling the adaptation, which is a solid choice, and Crunchyroll has already confirmed the pickup for spring 2026. If you've ever wanted a fantasy romance where the female lead can bench press her love interest, this is your show. Number 8 is Tamon's B-side, and this is the shoujo rom-com you didn't know you needed. Utage Kinoshita is a high school student and super fan of the idol Tamon Fukuhara, the sexy, wild, irresistible stage persona. She takes a job as a housekeeper and discovers her client is Tamon himself. Plot twist, the man is a mess. We're talking gloomy, insecure, probably eats cereal for dinner level disaster. She has to reconcile the fantasy with the reality, and honestly, it's the most relatable idol story ever told. This one's coming from JC Staff with a January 2026 debut, and it's already been nominated for multiple manga awards. But here's the genius move. This isn't just an anime adaptation. It's a full multimedia launch for the in-story idol group F/ACE. They've already released music videos and voice dramas. The anime is basically the commercial for the real product. Music, merch, and voice actor events. So you're not just watching a rom-com, you're watching the birth of a franchise. And if you're the type who still has Love Live songs in your playlist, no judgment, you're gonna be all over this. Coming in at number 7 is Ikoku Nikki, and we're shifting gears hard. After 15-year-old Asa loses both parents in a car crash, she's taken in by her estranged aunt Makio, a 35-year-old antisocial novelist who can barely handle social interaction, let alone raising a grieving teenager. This is a mature, quiet character drama about two people navigating trauma and learning to live together. This is not a rom-com. This is not an action series. This is art. The source manga has won Da Vinci's Book of the Year and ranked on every prestigious best manga list in existence. The production staff is stacked. Studio Shuka, known for Natsume's Book of Friends, and composer Kensuke Ushio, the genius behind the soundtracks for A Silent Voice and Chainsaw Man. Here's the thing. Freerun proved there's a massive global audience for quiet, contemplative anime. Ikoku Nikki is aiming for that same audience. People who want substance, emotional depth, and storytelling that doesn't rely on explosions every 3 minutes. If you want to feel something in 2026, this is your show. At number 6, we've got You and I Are Polar Opposites, and this is the rom-com champion of 2026. Miyu is outgoing and energetic, but secretly anxious about fitting in. Yusuke is stoic and quiet and genuinely does not care what anyone thinks. They're opposites, they start dating, wholesome chaos ensues. Now, here's why this one's ranking so high. The source manga is complete. It finished its run in November 2024, well before the anime's January 2026 premiere. Do you know what that means? No read the manga ending. No terrible pacing to stretch content. Lapin Track can plan a full, perfectly paced adaptation from beginning to end. For anyone who's been burned by incomplete adaptations, and let's be honest, that's all of us, this is a massive selling point. You're guaranteed a complete, satisfying story. Plus, Lapin Track is known for gorgeous, fluid animation, and they've brought in acclaimed music producer Tofu Beats to handle the soundtrack. This isn't just a rom-com, it's a premium rom-com. Mark your calendars for January 11th and prepare for maximum comfort viewing. And speaking of premium content, if you're enjoying this list, do me a favor and smash that like button and drop a comment telling me which of these you're most excited for. Are you team wholesome rom-com or are you here for the chaos? Let me know because I genuinely want to know what you're hyped about. Alright, now we're entering the heavyweight division. Let's go. Number 5 is Akane-banashi, and this is Shonen Jump's high-stakes prestige gamble. Akane's father was a rakugo performer, traditional Japanese storytelling, who was expelled from the art. Years later, Akane steps into the same world, aiming to reach the highest rank and prove her father's worth while finding her own voice. This is the critical darling of Weekly Shonen Jump. It's won widespread praise for compelling drama and one of the best female protagonists the magazine has ever published. And that's saying something. But here's the challenge. Jump built its empire on battle manga. Akane-banashi is a test case. Can a non-battle, arts-focused manga become a global phenomenon? Shueisha is betting yes, and they've assigned director Ayumu Watanabe and studio Zex to make it happen. There are two concerns though. First, rakugo is dialogue-heavy and culturally specific, which could be a tough sell internationally. Second, and this is the big one, director Ayumu Watanabe is also directing Hat Atelier in 2026. One director, 2 major adaptations, same year, different studios. That's a lot. It's a production red flag that has fans nervous. Still, the source material is that good. If they nail the adaptation, this could be Jump's next prestige pillar. At number 4, we have MAO, and this is a straight-up legacy event. Rumiko Takahashi, the legendary creator of Inuyasha and Ranma Half, is back, and she's reuniting with Sunrise, the studio that adapted Inuyasha. The production staff are Inuyasha veterans. This is a nostalgia nuclear bomb. The story follows Nanoka, a modern junior high student who gets transported to Japan's Taisho era, where she meets Mao, a 900-year-old exorcist. Together, they unravel a mystery spanning centuries. If that sounds familiar, it's because Takahashi has a formula, and that formula has sold millions. This is a guaranteed multi-generational hit. Parents who grew up with Inuyasha are going to watch this with their kids. It's airing on NHK in Japan, which is the national public broadcaster. Primetime, massive domestic audience, the works. But here's the problem. NHK deals are notoriously complicated for international streaming. We might get Netflix jail, we might get delays, we might get stuck with a platform that doesn't do day one simulcasts. And that uncertainty is the only reason this isn't in the top 3. If they figure out the streaming situation, this is easily a top tier anime of the year. Number 3 is the Darwin Incident, and buckle up because this one's wild. An eco-terrorist organization rescues a pregnant chimpanzee from a lab. She gives birth to Charlie, the world's first humanzee. Half human, half chimpanzee. Raised by human parents, Charlie enters high school at 15, where he befriends a girl named Lucy. Everything's going fine until the extremist organization decides to drag him into their terrorist plots. This is not your typical anime premise. The source manga won the Manga Taisho, one of Japan's most prestigious literary awards. This is a high-concept social thriller with real-world relevance. Think Attack on Titan or Vinland Saga level maturity. It's got intellectual weight and explosive action. It's the best of both worlds. Now the studio is Bell Knox Films, which is new and unknown. Normally, that'd be a red flag. But here's the thing. The director is Naokatsu Suda, the legendary series director of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This isn't a risk. This is a dream team built specifically for this project. Bell Knox Films isn't inexperienced. It's a bespoke label created around a GOAT-tier director to adapt a masterpiece. If you want the breakout seinen hit of 2026, this is it. At number 2, we have Hat Atelier, and this is the most critically acclaimed manga on this entire list. In a world where magic is believed to be something you're born with, a young girl named Coco discovers the truth. Magic is drawn. She finds a forbidden spellbook, accidentally turns her mother to stone, and is taken in as an apprentice by the witch Kaifri to find a way to save her. The manga has sold over 5.5 million copies. It's won the Eisner Award and the Harvey Award, the highest honors in the Western comics industry. The artwork is breathtaking, frequently compared to Studio Ghibli. The bar for this adaptation is impossibly high, and Crunchyroll secured it as a global exclusive. So why isn't it number 1? 2 words. Bug Films. Bug Films' last major project was Zom 100, which became infamous for catastrophic production schedules and delayed episodes. Hat Atelier was announced before Frieren. Frieren is getting a second season before Hat even airs its first. The anime was deliberately delayed from 2025 to 2026 to deliver the highest possible quality. That's both reassuring and terrifying. The anticipation for this show is matched only by the anxiety. If Bug Films pulls this off, it's an instant masterpiece. If they don't, it's a high-profile disaster. We're all watching with bated breath. And finally, at number 1, we have Kagurabachi. Let me be clear, this anime still doesn't have an official press release, and yet it's the single most anticipated new anime of 2026. How? Because Kagurabachi broke the system. The manga became a global meme before anyone even knew if it was good. People were calling it the next big thing, ironically. Then the chapters started dropping and it was actually incredible. Suddenly, the meme became real. The series started dominating sales charts. It climbed reader polls. Shueisha looked at the numbers and said, "We have a flagship." The story follows Chihiro, a young man on a revenge quest after his swordsmith father is murdered. He's hunting down 6 enchanted swords stolen by an evil gang of sorcerers. It's everything Shonen Jump does well. Stylish action, emotional weight, and a protagonist you want to root for. And Shueisha is going all in. Reports indicate Cygames Pictures is handling the adaptation, known for exceptional production quality. Netflix is reportedly involved, signaling a massive global push. The adaptation timeline is insanely fast, which tells you how much faith the industry has in this series. This is the first major test case of the meme to mainstream pipeline, a series that became a phenomenon because of fan-generated hype, not corporate marketing. And now the industry is capitalizing on a pre-built global audience. Kagurabachi isn't just the most anticipated anime of 2026, it's a new model for how the industry works. Before we wrap up, 2 quick honorable mentions. Cosmic Princess Kaguya is a Netflix original film from director Shingo Yamashita, the animation god behind the Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 opening and the Chainsaw Man OP. This is his feature directorial debut, dropping January 22nd, and animation nerds are losing their minds. And Ghost in the Shell 2026. Science Saru is rebooting the legendary franchise in 2D animation after years of divisive CGI entries. If you've been waiting for the prestige comeback this IP deserves, this is it. So there you have it, the top 10 most anticipated new anime of 2026. From vampire detectives to humanzees to a manga that literally memed its way to the top, This year is absolutely stacked. If you made it this far, you're clearly serious about your anime. So let me ask you this. Do you watch subs or dubs? Because I just dropped a video on 10 anime where the English dub is somehow superior. And trust me, some of these are wild picks. The card's on your screen right now. Go check it out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you even doing? Hit that button, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next one. 2026 is going to be legendary. Let's watch it all together.